Otherwise, the plan is to move forward. So by talking to Bran, is it like the PTR that we skip those 4 towers? Is that what's up?
No, I'm pretty sure that's a standard mechanic. It's just, it auto-activates normal mode, I think.
Oh, and so saves you the time of having to go to all 4 of them and kill them?
I think. Like I said, I want to see it. I don't
Let's
know
go look. Yeah, let's go look and see if they're up or not. So
you still need to clear all this crap up on the way.
Okay. Sieges, please.
That was always a normal mechanic.
Sieges do prioritize the buildings. Demolishers prioritize the mobs.
The most important thing at the boss, though, even on normal, is just make sure the guys who are in the gunner seats are shooting down pyrite barrels still.
And sorry, remind me, who collects? What's the use of the pyrite? Pretend that I didn't know what it was.
The gunner in the demolisher will pick up pyrite for their driver, and then their driver number 2 ability will hurl one. Every single one puts 1 stack on. You want to stay at 10 stacks, otherwise your damage is going to suck.
Okay. It does look like the towers are up.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
let's go.
Okay.
Let's go to the. Let's go to the left. There.
Ellipath, you're in my siege. Try to shoot the shoppers, please.
All right, then
they're going to be visibly up, but you don't.
Let's keep going. Yeah, then we'll go forward. Sorry, ignore that. We're going straight through.
Yeah,
we'll clear this and get to Ignis.
Another pug. And yeah, we just went straight through to Flame.
Sweet, thank you. So that's the plan. We'll just keep pushing through. If you need to, if you're new to this, like brand new, I'll do what I can to try to explain other things as opposed to just like rah-rahing through it. There's little platforms on the left and right that we're coming up that if you need to repair your vehicle, you can go sit on the green, just so you're aware.
Everyone should do it anyways, regardless. As we get through all this.
And likewise, if there's any basic mechanic things that anybody else wants to point out, I'm all about learning right now. So no shame in that. The boss does spawn when we kill these mobs, correct?
It's
yeah,
funky.
The 2 big guys.
Okay.
It is funky, but yeah, you pull them, and then the boss should start coming out.
And it takes a second. To that point then, let's clear this room, but let's make sure we're all here. Don't activate the 2 giant dudes in the back yet until everyone's here and repaired. If you're in a vehicle, make sure that you're topped up before we start this, but get here, please. We've got a giant CG thing in the back from... Let's turn around and help out whoever's straggling in the back here. Because this isn't going to work if we're halfway in combat and halfway not. So turn around, kill this giant flame cannon behind us, please. And then we'll go on to boss.
So you want to grab a pyrite?
I just burned through them. Are you my passenger?
No, just
I'm
make
sorry,
sure it's yeah, just keep it supplied at all times. All the demo gunners, that's their number one job, is to just keep the demos supplied with pyrite no matter what. And then
so George Carlin, I need you grabbing it for Teo, please.
Yeah. And then the big tanks, the siege engines, their gunners shoot down the pyrite.
Yeah. Sorry, what's with this gate that just spawned? Oh, never mind.
Demolishers can also shoot down pyrite.
Yeah, we'll have to get in too, though.
Yeah,
everybody move in. Let's.
Guys,
we have
move in.
This skull. How am I not able to mark things with this skull? 1 second.
Don't get too far, because it will start it, and then we're gonna get stuck inside the wall.
Let's chill back. Bane, come back, please. Okay, everybody else should be up in front of this last. You guys are all there. Take 5 steps forward. Let's go kill the skull. Everybody should be up here. I don't know who this guy back here is. But get with the group, please. All right. Ready checking. Let's ready checking and coordinate that we're all moving forward right now. I know this is a pug and it's kind of like kids soccer. We're all ready. Move up.
Oh, and another tip is for the demo gunners is don't use the movement speed ability because it burns pyrite.
Got it. Please make sure you're shooting down Harlan. Please make sure you're lassoing pirates in when you can. I'll move our siege or our demo closer to it.
Do you know how much the thing restores?
The pyrite restores
25.
about half. Oh, 20. There you go. Thank you. 25 units, which is 50% of the pyrite.
Yeah.
Okay, the boss will fixate on somebody, so if it's you, be ready to distance, run away from it. Otherwise, siege engines, you can get right on the butt. The main driver of the siege can be doing the siege ability. The passenger of the siege can be using your number 2 heavy attack. Demos, just be ready to charge out if it fixates on you. Otherwise, be kind of at ranged spamming.
He's coming.
And then, what's the mechanic for someone jumps out and does physical DPS?
That's only on hard mode.
Okay. Here we go. So siege engines get on the butt. Demos be at ranged. If you do get fixated, be ready to run. Don't be in front of it. Okay, if you're not running DBM, he's going to switch targets. Be ready for a new fixate. It's on trend.
The passengers can activate the shield if he catches up.
In the siege engines, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Question for the demo passengers. What's the range on picking up pyrite? Is it super far or not far? Low?
50 yards.
Gotcha.
Guys on the siege, try to knock out the blue things on the sky, the little shoppery things. Like, don't worry about shooting at the bus right now.
George, I need more pyrite when you can, please, buddy.
Yeah, there you go.
Thanks. George Carlin, I've been dry on pyrite. If you can please grab some. Oh, you're out of the vehicle. Never mind.
Yeah, it's important to remember that if you're doing this on hard mode, you're going to be sitting and not pulling the boss for about 10 minutes and just shooting down pyrite barrels.
Nobody ninja. All right, good job. Let's roll up. Need on everything doesn't really matter unless you were smart enough to bring gems and enchants with you. Okay, we're gonna go do Ignis next. So that's up and to the left. I'll give a quick explanation of the trash and then the boss when we do get there. For the trash, the big things to be paying attention to are eventually someone's going to get a debuff on them that's going to do some damage and then jump to an ally and do some damage and jump to an ally. And the only way to get rid of it is to get in the water. So we do kind of, it's not really a gauntlet, but we do kind of need to keep the pace moving once we start this full.
Need a buff now.
Yeah, thanks. Good call. Let's get full buffs out. Tanks, you should all have assists. So feel free to mark skulls for kill targets if I don't do it for you. But we've got a skull on the left. We should be good to go on tanks. Healing assignments real quick. Michael, Foxy, Ares, we'll have Tren be our main tank. Yeah, Tren will be our main tank. He'll be on skull. Mav will be our off tank. He'll be on X's unless otherwise specified. Michael, Foxy, Ares, and Nidian, can you guys please watch Tren? Jans and... Actually, Jans, I'll have you on Mav, and then Teo and Elipath on the raid, unless otherwise specified. Wait, Carlin, are you resto? I thought you were DPS. Oh, you were damage in the... Yeah, if you don't mind going Boomkin, please, thank you. Because otherwise we're 7 healing, which is going to be overkill. Alright, tanks, we're ready. On you. Oh, table, apparently. Okay, should be good. Let's go. I don't think these guys have any scary mechanic, but someone let me know if I'm missing that.
They do. You need to separate them opposite walls.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
good call. What do they do, and why do you need to separate?
A big ass stomp that'll kill us all if they both hit the raid with it.
Understood. Thanks.
Yep. They also put a debuff on the tank.
Cool. Thank you.
Fender off. It's no bueno.
Okay, as we move through this room, let's try to pick a side. Let's just say left side. Actually, right side. Let's all kind of shade to the right side. Thank you for marking trash tanks. Here's this ember that's going to keep ticking until we get it cleansed off. So we got to kind of fight our way to those pools so we can drop it.
I'm actually gonna pick these up.
Pat's coming in. Yeah.
I'll grab it.
Incoming.
And the way this trash pats, it can get overwhelming really fast. So just
Yeah, try to keep them at single pulls.
Not to mention those tornadoes are annoying as shit.
Okay, heads up. We're gonna have more coming across. Yep, good mark tanks.
I'm gonna get them. Actually, I'm gonna pull these other ones first.
Fair enough. Yep.
Yeah, and
We can all swing we can swing over too if we want.
in the future, this trash you want to just pull back up to the ramp for the first couple of packs.
Why is that?
So that you don't run the risk of accidentally chain pulling with the tornadoes.
Got it.
All it takes is someone to get knocked in the wrong spot when the pat's coming through and you're getting...
Yep, Mav should be on X, Trend staying on Skull.
Azir, if you want to slide this way just a little bit. Thanks, buddy.
Heads up, we got those ads on the right.
Yeah, I'm watching.
People ranged in the back are going to body pull them if they don't move.
Alright, we're good. I'm gonna go ahead and grab them.
Cool.
We're good. We'll grab them quick.
If you've got the little jumping ember thing, go run in the... We're close enough now, you can get yourself to the water safely. In fact, if we can pull these up towards the water.
Yeah, I'm coming.
Thank you.
Stay with me.
DPS, come stand in the water. Just get rid of that stupid ember. Bane of Arthas, can you go tank for this? Just I'm gonna play it safe with 3 tanks and have a redundancy in case the slag pot hits our off tank, and I'll call what that means. But thanks. We'll have Trent Harder being our main tank for this fight. Mav, I'm gonna have you off tanking the iron constructs when they spawn, and if you're not familiar, I'll call everything. I'll assume that there's at least one person that doesn't know this, and so I'll explain it briefly as I can for everybody. The gist of this fight is the tank is going to be single main tank. Trent Harder will just be the tank the whole way through. He is going to move in a giant sort of like square. Oh, I wish I had the ability to open my bags and throw flares, but let's do this like we did last night, Trent. I know there's alternate strats, but if you could just move him in that big circle, we'll go kind of counterclockwise. So where he's facing now, clockwise, where he's facing now, he's going to come. Yeah, he's going to come towards. He's going to start where he's at now. He's going to come to this pool, and then he's going to loop around and wind up on the far other pool. What he'll do is he'll do a few things. Number one is he's going to leave a giant molten patch on the ground, and that's when the tank needs to move him. So there's going to be a giant patch on the ground. Don't stand in that. Tank will move, and that's the reason. Thank you for those flares. That's great. He's going to be moving him to those 4 flares roughly. We'll get a tank on the ground. We'll get a big fire patch on the ground. Don't stand in it. He is also going to do the key mechanic that everybody needs to be aware of, casters especially, is called flame jets. You're going to see him casting flame jets. Flame jets will knock everybody up into the air. There's nothing you can do about that. You're going to get knocked into the air. However, if you're casting, it will interrupt your cast and lock you out of that school for like 8 seconds. So if you're healing and you get caught with a casted heal, you're fucked. So you want to be careful not to do that. Insta heals are your friend here. So Nidian, you're going to be great as a disc priest. Pallies, just be careful you're not casting when the flame jets go off. It's like a 2 or 3 second cast. It'll get telegraphed that he's casting flame jets. You need to make sure you're not casting or only throwing instant casts out. And same thing with other DPS casters, not as critical for you, but you still don't want to get locked out. So just be careful for that flame jet. The other huge mechanic that he has is, see these giant iron giants around the room? There's like 4 or 5 in quadrants all around us. He's going to randomly activate one of them or multiple during the fight. When he activates them, he gets a stacking damage bonus. So it's not good that they're alive. We need to kill them. The way that we're going to kill them is Mavapoopoo is going to be taunting them and bringing them over a flame patch that he's previously dropped. So he's going to drop a flame patch. He'll activate these ads. Mavapoopoo will have to pick up threat and run them over the molten ground. Meanwhile, Mav, when you have him there, I assume you're mic'd, call for it. And if I don't, someone else, I'll need an entangling roots when he's over the flame patch, or a nova. So mages and druids, be paying attention. when you see Mavapufu, get him over a flame patch. If you could call something like, I have the Iron Construct over a flame patch, we'll know that that means we need to root or Nova or something. We'll have them stand on that long enough to get a debuff, a stacking debuff that'll eventually turn them brittle. When they get called to brittle, that's when Mavapu, I need you to bring them to the water. We'll bring them to the water, and then we need a mage, and only so I'll just put Gumbalaya and Mazer. Both of you are responsible for when we hear a brittle ad is in the water. The way to kill that is one big bursty spell. So it's a single hit will kill them. They can have full health. Like ads can just get tanked by the off tank, turned to brittle, and then killed by a mage. Nobody else needs to be on the ads. Everybody else should just be burning the boss down the whole time. But the mages should be on the lookout for that brittle, and throw your biggest, longest chain, like a fireball should do it, or whatever your biggest spell is. Just hit them with a single big bursty spell to kill them when they're brittle in the water. The last big thing to look out for is the slag pot. It's his big belly on the center. He's going to randomly, over the course of the fight, pick up a person, put them in the slag pot. They're going to take massive, massive damage. We need to call that like, so-and-so, Lahore is in the slag pot. That means get big primary heals on Lahore. And when you're in the slag pot, you can still cast, but you're going to take a shit ton of damage. So if a healer gets tossed in there, it's fine. They can just self-heal. Yeah, but you can keep yourself alive in the pot. You can't do damage, I don't think, but you can cast. Healing assignments. Let's have Michael, Foxy, and Ares and Nidian watching Tren. Jans, if you can watch Mavapu. Elapath and Teo watch the raid, and Nidian and Teo specifically keeping the slag pot targets up. So Elapath, you're just pure on the raid. Nidian, if you need to float, if you hear a slag pot, help me out. I'll be on the slag pot with you, Nidian, but help me out. Again, everybody else mind the flame jets. Don't be standing in front. Like the tank should be moving in a really predictable 4-square kind of pattern of like 1, 2, 3, 4, and then repeat. It's just going to be that same that same clockwise pattern. Just don't be in front of it. Stay behind the boss. Be DPSing the boss the whole time. Don't be standing in molten lava. Don't worry about the ads unless you're a mage or a rooting druid or an off tank. And that's it. Ready checking. If I missed anything, any experts can identify anything that I missed. That's the gist of it as far as I know.
Tips for when you go into the slag. If you have anything that reduces magic damage or damage taken, use it. Bubbles work, etc., etc.
Cool. Yeah, help the healers help you stay alive. Raid check was good. Here's I don't have. Oh, I do. Fuck yeah. If we can get Mr. into tricks and Mr. X into Tren.
2, 1.
And I suppose there's no reason not to lust at the start. Is that right?
I don't
think
think he
get him
has
in
any.
position because I need to move him. I'd let him
Okay,
get in
let's get him there, and then we can open up on him.
Yeah, wait till he's in position, then do the lusty.
All right, so that's spot 1. Let's go ahead and hit it. Stand behind. There's the first scorch. Flame jet. Stop casting.
Doors in the pot.
Oh, range. Fuck.
Construct in the flame patch.
Oh, move him closer. He dropped. He's out, and now he's rooted in the wrong spot.
Doors in the pot again.
Casting. You got to run him much further through the lava than that. Like you can't just bring him to the edge. You have to run him all the way through.
There he is. He's in.
Okay, got him. Teo's in the pot. I can heal myself. Casting, watch it.
We got 2 constructs up.
One's brittle. If we can get it into the water.
Brittle one's in the water.
Gumbo's down. I can't get him to. Gumbo, can you ping so I can res you?
Construct in the fire.
Any druids can get.
Give me a root on star. Good.
Got him. Instance only. Watch your casts.
me another root on star. There we go. Nope. I have to carry him with me.
If you can get anything to that molten patch, I'm ready to root for you.
Yeah, he's not in it yet. He hasn't went off yet. I'll call it as soon as he does.
He's brittle. You can hit him.
Give me a root on star.
Get a root on Moon.
Yep.
Big black and slag pot.
Got a root on Moon.
Thank you.
Sorry, Black. Fuck.
New Moon. Need a root.
Lust. If we we still haven't lusted yet. Should have done that a while ago.
We already lusted.
Oh, did we?
Mav's down.
I'm dead. Whoever's the off tank needs to call for those roots. I mean, I know Tio, you're doing it, but
No, I wasn't. He was. The off tank was. The problem is twofold. One, I was both on the root. I was trying to prioritize roots and I was trying to heal. That's not working,
Yeah,
especially if I'm on the slag pot. So I'm going to have George Carlin, the Boomkin, or Nope Isn't Me prioritize
This is
that.
Bane. I can also help call that out. I'll call that out.
the mages can Frost Nova too.
Yeah, and the last thing that I was noticing is that it seemed like I'd hear a call for it, at least initially. Later on, not so much, but initially I'd hear a call for it, and they would be like not in the lava or on the very, very edge of the lava, getting kited away from it. So just make sure that you might need to run to the far side of the lava to get them to chase you through it, so that we have enough time to root. Right, we only need a single chain. We only need one root or one nova or one, immobilize effect once they're in that. Still, for the first attempt, for a lot of people having never seen this fight, I'm sure for the very, very, very first time, we got him down to 30%. Not bad.
It's the Colossal Forge, guys.
So please get back in here. Hopefully, if this is your first time seeing the fight, hopefully, I'm sure it was chaotic. It was for me last night for my first time. But that's why you're here, is to learn it and to get better at it. And let's do that one more time. Hopefully we can get it down this time. So yeah, we'll have mages and boomkins prioritizing the roots. I'm going to stay prioritizing the slag. The slag pot, because that was my job and I didn't do a good job at it. So my bad. Sorry if you died at the slag pot.
Yeah, I'll make sure to call out when I'm taking him through the lava, and then you guys can put the root in, and then I'll let you know when he's going brittle.
Excellent, thank you. Yeah, and we only need. I would say let's just have George Carlin be the main if the main priority person doing that. George, if you can just be like on the ball for rooting, and that's your number one job, and everybody else can just focus. Thanks. Everybody else can just focus on pumping instead. So that I don't want 4 people doing it. It's distracting, and we don't need 4 people. We just need one reliable, solid person. George Carlin's going to be that person for us. If anything goes wrong, George, let us know, and we can have help for you. But if we just have a single person responsible for it instead of splitting responsibilities, I think we'll be better off. There's a teleporter at the beginning. You want to go? I forget what you're going, but
Forge.
thanks. So yeah, I'll throw more flares out. He does go on that big kind of square rotation. Tanks were fine. Tank heals were fine. My bad. I let too many people die to the slag pot. We could also do the side strat, I suppose.
No. I'm just curious why you chose it. I'm not trying.
Just because it's the more popular. I'm sure the side strat's going to take over. It's kind of how Huygen always started with the safety dance strat, and then people learned the box strat, and now people do the box strat instead. I'm aware that you can just I assume you mean you're alternating the lava burns into the water like every other one. Is that what you're referring to? Yeah.
Yeah. It is a little harder on the tanks.
Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I did when I tanked it. I only did it on 10 man the other day, so I don't really know the difference for 25.
It's harder. It doesn't change strategy wise. It's just harder on the tanks and healers, but it's easier on the DPS. So the fight is a little
Right.
smoother.
Okay.
I can do that if you guys what you want to do.
We should.
I don't care.
Yeah, let's actually do that. So ignore. Well, we still have one tank on. We have one tank on Ignis and one tank on Constructs. That's the same, Gumbo. We have 2 tanks for this. I'm not sure what your point is, but yeah, we have one tank on Ignis and one tank on Constructs. That's what we're doing. Oh, you mean hold the ads and ignore Brittle entirely?
Oh no, you have to do
That's
that.
not going to happen with our.
Yeah, no, yeah, you
until
definitely-
we're 2 months into Ulduar 25 gear. I don't see us doing that. Okay. Hopefully it's not waste too much time. Let's make sure we're all back, ready, checking, just to make sure we're all here. Let's not fuck it up. Let's stick with the four pillar on second thought. Let's do what we just did before. We've all seen that now. I don't want to change strat on anybody that just learned it once. Let's just do it the same 4 corner. If I were to do this again with a fresh group, I'd probably do the 2, but let's just do the 4. Same as before. Good job, everybody. We got the 30% when people hadn't seen this fight. I think we should get it now. Ready check was good. If we can get Tricks, Mr. X into Tren, our main heal. Or its main tank, good God.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Give him a second to position. Don't be in front of the boss. Okay, hit it, Lust. First constructs, or first spawns up.
Oh, you pulled that way off of me.
You have RF up?
I don't think so.
It
is now.
That might be why.
Fucking PTR.
Alright, he's in the flame. He's in the lava.
Battle res. Let's get Gumbo up. Gumbo and Mazar should get up if you have a battle res. God damn. Just we might need 2 healers on that. I was spamming, it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
Nidian, I need you full healing slag pot with me next time.
Root on Moon.
Moon's out of the fire. Don't waste your time.
Brittle. One's brittle.
Root on Moon.
Root. Good job.
Root on square.
Oh, Bane's in the fire. In slag.
You're down a slag healer.
2 in the fire, you can root. Good job.
If there's a res for Teo Druid group 5, I would take it. Otherwise, anybody you can get.
1 going for brittle. 1's brittle.
That Moon's been brittle for a while. It needs to get in the lava or the water.
Yeah, I don't know why he's on
Root on
there.
X. Moon's brittle.
Yeah, I kind of fucked us from the get-go and not having RF up. That's my bad.
So besides that, though, it looks like we're down 40. Let's just wipe it up at this point. We're 45%. He's got 2 constructs up. I'm trying to think of what we need to fix. I don't want. I think we definitely need more than just so Nidian. I kind of had you soft on the slag target with me. I need you and I both to be just pumping heals in that. In fact,
Yeah.
No, that's fine. I think if it's just the 2 of you and I, like absolutely prioritizing it, like I'll be on raid unless otherwise you can be on the main tank. I'll be on the raid, but as soon as something gets slag pot, both of our attention needs to be focused to that slag pot. I think we're fine. Besides that, God, I don't think we need a 7th heal. I did notice that we're still having issues with the constructs either not getting brittle fast enough, or once they are brittle, then they're just not getting tanked in the water, which is counterproductive. Bane, I think I had you go tank, but then I didn't give you a job to do. So why don't you?
I mean, yeah, whenever they've been popping up, I've been trying to get them and take them over to the lava. Because they've been kind of jumping around everybody.
Okay, thank you. The
And
strats
then
that
bring
I've
him to the
seen
brittle.
is that
If like
we
me and him
alternate.
both do that, I think we should be good. Or if you want me to alternate, whatever you want me to do.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if it's better to alternate, like you get the first one, he gets the second, and vice versa, or if it's better that like one of you brings them in and one of you is responsible to taking him to the water. I don't know like how to separate your guys'
Yeah, that's
jobs.
fine. If he wants to bring him in, and then I can do the brittle, that works.
That's a great call, Lahore. Let's make sure that we have fire aura up. I'm not sure if we did from the pallies.
I can run that.
We did.
And or a totem. Okay, thanks. Sounds like we had it. So let's make a couple quick tweaks here. So Bane of Arthas is still going to stay tank, but his only job is to get the brittle tanks into the water. Whereas Mavapu, your only job is to get them into the fire to be brittleized, if that makes sense. So that way you guys just have one strict. If you see something that's a construct, you can just go bring it into the lava, Mavapu, and if you see a brittle one, Bane, you can grab it to the water.
Gotcha.
We'll make sure that both mages responsible. Gumbo and Maz are doing a great job. Just make sure both of you are responsible for switching to the brittles. This is, if I didn't make it specific earlier, this is going to be a longer, more controlled fight than anything you're used to in Nax. This is not like, oh, you pop your cooldowns, you zug them down, and it's over. This is we're going to have to get through a few waves of this. So it's really minimizing player deaths. Staying alive. If we didn't already get a soul well out, could we please get that so everybody has health stones and at least one emergency button to push when they get put into that slag pot? Because that would help a lot too. The slag pot deaths are fucking us, and I'll take responsibility for that. I'm not keeping you up the way I should, but we're adjusting that. Where Teo and Nidian are not going to worry about anything else other than the slag pots and just popping cools to keep you alive. I need everybody doing what you can to self-mitigate if you do get slag potted. Other healing looks to be fine. Elapath, you're doing great on the raid. Ares, Michael, Nidian, you guys are doing great. Pallies are doing great on the tanks and off tanks. Let's get full rebuffs up that we're missing. Any other suggestions or comments of why I'm trying to correct what the mistake was from last time, and it felt like we had too many deaths and we weren't clear on the brittle. So I've hopefully made adjustments to both of those things. And this is not, again, like, let's completely change the strat. This is more like, oh, don't forget that you can do this. Like the fire aura would have been an example of a good call. But it sounds like we're good. Yeah, any defensives that you have, fuck you, Big Black. Any defensives that we have, just hit them. Yeah, and obviously, if things get away from us on the constructs, that's when shit starts to go downhill. It doesn't matter what percentage we get into. If he's got 4 constructs up, we're going to have a bad time, and Seth's going to get one shot. So it's a slow, controlled fight. It's a staying alive fight. It's an endurance fight. Make sure you're not standing in fire. You're not standing in front of him. You're not getting hit. All that fun stuff. Ready checking for the pull. Double check food and flasks. Motherfucking bags. Cool. Are you ready? Here's the pull timer for Tricks Mr. X into Tren.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, and I think that's fine. I agree, Zug.
Just the time thing.
Yep. No, we got one more. Let's do it here.
Got a construct coming in.
Guys can't stand in fire. You take way too much damage if you do that.
Root on moon.
Jans, can you ping? I can't battle as you. Sorry.
I got another construct on me, and this one's going into the brittle. He's brittled. Oh, did that blow me up? Huh.
Yeah, when they
Mordeus, I'm on the
Oh
belly.
yeah. So yeah, give that. When I'm there doing the brittle, give me like a second to get out the way,
Root on moon.
and then blow it up.
You got to pop a hellstone or something. Like we were spamming heals. We can't. If you get slag potted, expect that you need to use a hellstone.
Well done.
I'm right underneath the
Moon.
rooted construct. This Jans.
All right, this one's brittle.
Jans, I can't seem to get you. Sorry.
Good
If
job.
anybody can get Jans up, get Jans. If any druids have reses, we got 2 people down. Get Jans up first.
I'm
Root
right
on moon. Thank
tank.
you.
Okay. That one's brittle. Good job.
Root on square.
Oh, what? Come on, come back to me.
Square is brittle.
Yep, square's brittle now as well on this side. Oh, what's going on with that? Aggro got taken. Weird.
Root on moon.
Hey, see if you can pick that one over there. He's gonna kill people. Yeah, there you go.
Okay, I got moon. Needs a root.
Our router's dead. We need a Nova on it if we could.
He got out before. Moon and one other are in the fire. Need root on both. Okay, moon's brittle. Needs to go in the water.
So the plan will be keep it this. We're down 5 healers, so it's going to be a wipe. Nice try. Let's head over and do Razor Scale next. I don't mean to wear people's patience thin. I think we've all seen this fight. Definitely some stuff. Yeah, we're close, but
Yeah,
short
really
of patting
close.
ourselves on the back that like, yay, we got him down. There's no real benefit to. There's no loot or upgrades that we're going to persist. So I'd rather have more experience on more fights. So thank you all for trying. Let's head over to Razor Scale. It's the same teleport. Come back. I think that one just needs a little bit of refinement, practice. There were a couple mistakes there. Also, having all of my add-ons not work and all of my macros not work is super fun. I don't know about the rest of you, but like not being able to battle res there is great.
Yeah, I would agree. Definitely.
I didn't see a single battle res go off, so I'm assuming it wasn't just me, but I couldn't for the life of me get a res off on anybody. It just was not responding.
No, I used mine.
Huh. Well, then I must have a UI issue.
Yeah, I don't use any UI add-ons on live.
That's why.
You're lucky, man. Most of the add-ons are not working.
Right, that's the crutch. Is I'm so used to like, well, how come my Z Pearl and Weakora and yada yada, like all my shit's just, it's more counterproductive to even try to have it. So take the forge. We're gonna go right instead of left.
You want me to stay as tank here?
Yeah, we can.
Help with the ads.
Yeah, I think. I actually think we can get by with 2 tanks.
Okay.
Yeah, I would
Nice
2
people are
tank it.
smart.
These ads fall over.
Yeah, so we'll have Tren and Mavapu as our 2 tanks. I'll put marks on their heads. So real quick for this strat, if you've never done this, which I'll assume at least one of you has never done this before, this is kind of a 2-phase fight. Phase 1 is just waves of ads that will spawn, and we need to kill them. Meanwhile, you'll see there's those 4 broken harpoon stations down there. Over the course of us handling ads and avoiding flames that are going to spawn in the raid, there's going to be big blue flame patches. Don't stand in fire. So get the fuck out of the blue is number 1. Let's get buffs and feasts and all that stuff up while I'm talking. After, I don't know, a minute or two, there's some predetermined amount of time, those harpoons will come active one after the other. What I'd love to have happen is Moist, if you could, as soon as we know that 3 of them are ready, you can start heading back to click. Everybody else can stay on the ads. And by the time you click 3 of them, the 4th one should be active. So head back, we'll have just Voice Panties activating. When we activate the 4th harpoon, it's going to bring Razor Skill down to the ground. We're holding Lust until then, and then we're going ape shit on him. He gets rooted to the ground. You want to burn. That's the burn phase for sure. That's when we're going to Lust. Make sure that you're standing. Everybody should be stacked behind the boss. Don't be in front, because after a short amount of time, the boss will do a giant flame breath and kill anybody that's in front of him. So only the main tank should be in front. And I might be wrong on that.
First phase,
but,
he's not tankable.
Okay, so then nobody's in front. Then just everybody behind.
Yeah.
Cool. And then when we're standing behind, when he goes back into air phase, he'll do a giant knockback. You'll get knocked back, kind of reposition yourselves into a good spot. We'll rinse repeat that until he gets down to 50% health, at which point he then permanently is grounded. We don't have to worry about ads spawning anymore. There's no more little ads that will spawn. It's just sure, I'll cover that in a second. Actually, yeah, so when she's chained to the ground, she's always going to face the harpoons. So if you're new to this and you don't know what I mean by like stand on the butt, that would be the far side. There's that little circle right ahead of us. Be on the opposite side of that circle. It's kind of you want to be more on that side of the room than up near the harpoons, or you'll get breathed on. When she gets to 50%, that's when she's going to transition into phase 2. We're going to need 2 tanks to be trading, because she does a stacking armor debuff and move reduction thing,
Yeah.
which you need to stack. You need to swap off at 2 stacks or 3?
I did it. We didn't even swap
2?
last night, but I would say 3. I'd say we need to swap at 3.
2 or 3. 2 or 3. I'm hearing 2 and 3.
Yeah.
That's what I've heard. 2 or 3. So
I
tanks
know.
use.
I know the priest buff. Sorry, but some of us don't have the priest buffs for some reason still. So if you can rebuff us, it'd be great.
Sure. I see a couple people with a PvP flag. I don't know if you're the one that's missing it, M or DS, but you're the one with a PvP flag. You might want to turn that off.
Oh, turn that off. Yeah, somebody made us turn on the raid I was doing yesterday.
Yeah, someone told us last night about like a bug or something with that, so that's why we had it on.
Well, so fix that and you'll get your priest buffs.
Okay.
So when we go into phase 2, the big things to note are the tank needs to be constantly moving, because there's going to be spawning flame patches. So the raid's going to kind of have to move behind the 2 tanks who are going to be hopefully pulling the boss in like a big old circle. Just move it. Just keep back. Tanks can just kind of keep backing up and moving in a circle while the raid follows behind. Don't get breathed on. I feel like there's something else in the ground phase besides the tank swap mechanic. And
I'll
don't
just move it. I'll just
don't
move it
stand in front.
clockwise. I'll move
Sure.
it clockwise until I call for the swap, and then when he swaps, he can just pick up, and I'll just fall off to the side.
Well, he
Cool.
needs to keep pulling it in the same direction, otherwise he'll pull
Correct.
everyone through fire.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Right. Okay, so tank swap and tank and smite, great. So big keys, as always. This is a much longer fight than you're used to in NAC, so measure yourself. Don't. We're not popping Lust until the first harpoons go out, and then do not die. Like battle reses are at a premium here. My dumbass can't use them, so you're down to like 3 unless I can figure out what's up. But don't die. Use your hellstones. If we can get one more soul well out, dropping a ready check, making sure we're good.
Mine's
In
at
terms
the top
of
of the stairs, so somebody else is gonna have to drop a soul well.
if we can kind of roughly split up, let's just have group 1 and group 3 on the leftish side, picking up the ads on the left, and groups 2 and 4 plus Mavapu. So 2, 4, and Mavapu on the right-ish side of the room, and then the healers in the middle. Remember, you need to kind of stay spread, watch the blue flames that are coming out, but that way we don't need everybody clumped up. I don't want like everybody just chasing, oh, there's an ad over there, and have 25 people run to the left side of the room. I want groups 1 and 3 on the left, groups 2 and 4 plus Mavapu on the right, and group 5 in the middle. And you can slide around if you need to, but that's just in general. Here's
the big ad's whirlwind as well, melee. I haven't actually seen them do it yet, but they're supposed to.
2, 1.
There we go. So it looks like my out on the show in 1:45 until the 4th turret's ready. And yeah, just Moist will be doing that. Everybody else is prioritizing these ads, not dying, letting tanks pick up. What's the kill prior? Like, what's the first that needs to die here?
Sentinel.
The rune wall.
Okay.
Sentinel does the whirlwind.
Gumbo, I don't know why you died, but can't afford that, man. Don't stand in fire. Run the fuck out of fire, please. Like, it's not a joke. It's not something to mess around with. You're gonna have to learn Ulduar doesn't fuck around with the fires.
I wasn't in fire.
Oh, okay.
But okay.
Well, I got you. Not sure what happened. I don't have my recounts busted.
Probably got too greedy with the threat.
Okay.
I'll be careful.
I'm not mad. I'm just disappointed.
Worse, Dad.
Hey, we're having a good time. We're learning fights. I'm glad you're all here. Thank you. All right, third turret's coming online. Moist, get ready. You can start doing your thing, Moist. Everybody else, let's try to clean these ads up before he clicks the fourth one. Got 20 seconds. Because when we want to prioritize it so that we're not going to click it until all the ads are down, but you'll be ready, Moist.
I got mollywood by one of the ads. There's one. Yep, there you go. You got it.
All right, hit the turret. Let's get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Here it comes. Let's lust and go. You can bring those tank. You can bring those ads into the tail to get cleaved. If anyone's got a battle res for Amador, get him up, please.
Don't stand in front.
Yeah, there's no tail swipe. You guys can be safely on square if you need a spot in the back.
Probably have one more phase of the other.
Yeah, 75% is the mark we're trying to hit, so we're past that, which is a great sign. We're absolutely only going to have one more, so stay alive. Top ammo up.
Thanks to whoever battle res me.
Okay, we're down to, we have 2 battle reses left. Let's not waste them for dying to fire deaths or pulling threat deaths, please. Can't really afford that. George Carlin, do you have an innervate for Michael Foxy in Group 5? Shit. Nope, isn't me. Do you have an innervate for Foxy in Group 5?
Already did.
Fuck. I tried Fox.
No, I already got him. I did.
Oh. Thank you. Keep it up, looking good.
Run away.
Another 30 seconds.
All right, I'm gonna be on this side of him. So if you guys see circle,
Moist, be ready. Moist, be clicking if you haven't already. We're coming down. 10 seconds left. Let's clean up these ads before we go.
Run away.
Okay, hold on. Wait for that last one if you don't mind. All right, everybody get ready. If you can hit it in 3, 2, 1, here we go. Cleave the ads in, bring the ads in, and everybody else focus boss. We can cleave the ads down. We're gonna have 2 tanks. You're just gonna move it in a big old circle. Everybody else stay on the butt. As it's getting kited, don't stand in flames. As soon as it gets 50% is when we transition. Everybody should be behind.
Trent, do you got her first?
Yeah, I got it first.
Okay. Someone was in front. If there's a spare battle res for Jan's Group 4, let's get him up, please. Oh, huh.
It was because he went immediately to the tank and breathed right away, and the tank wasn't in front. So.
Okay, so we need to have the tank maybe off to the side or something.
Well, in the tank should be in the front when he's about to come out,
Okay.
so that he doesn't.
Go ahead
Got
and
it.
taunt. Go ahead and taunt. Swap.
My bad, gents.
Swap.
If there's any battle reses available, let's get the rogue group 2 up. Swift crits.
Oh, someone's dead.
Yeah, he's
Tank's dead.
gonna hold it. Shit.
Clean.
Yeah, he always berserks at the end there too.
Hey, got him down though.
Nice job,
Nobody
everybody.
dead.
Right? Great job, everyone. Oh, get that Bis trinket, you know.
Jesus Christ, I live in Flame serious business, dude.
Let's we're gonna skip Ignis. We'll do X2 up next. So let's res the dead. I'll call the
Guys,
X2.
thank you for the name, but I gotta go. Real life's popping up. Appreciate you guys.
Okay.
You do have to clear the trash for this boss now. It does tether.
I don't know who was having to leave, but if you could help me and leave the raid so I know who to replace. Nah. That would have been helpful.
It's a Moor. A Moor is leaving.
Great.
The Warlock.
Yeah. Okay. Let's get everybody here. I'll see if I can't fish for one sub DPS in a pinch, but otherwise we'll just 24 man this so people get a taste of this fight. I wasn't watching, but he got rezzed a lot.
He was 10th on 9.
What were you guys saying about on that last that you want the tank to stand in front of it?
So as he's about to cross over to 50%, which will put him into phase 2, that's when a tank needs to be in front. Because what happened there was instead everybody was behind, including the tanks. He crossed over 50% and activated phase 2, and the first thing he did was look for the tank, who is the highest on threat. He found the tank behind us and breathed and took out Jans with him.
I wasn't behind him. I was on the side of him, which
interesting.
Yeah, I was definitely not behind him.
Then I don't know.
I was definitely lying dead behind him, though. I was not in front of him.
Because
You got
Mavi Poo Poo
meleeed
will
by him.
back me up on this because Mavi Poo Poo I told him exactly where I was going to be, so we knew which way to tank him.
Got it.
Yeah,
well,
it was probably the mechanic that you're describing, just the orientation's different. It doesn't really matter. He turned and immediately breathed on the raid.
Okay. I mean, I could stand in front of him. I mean, I could take the fire hit, I suppose.
We'll 24 man this. I think we'll be fine. I don't think we're gonna. I think that 1 DPS will be the make or break critical thing. In fact, for this fight, you have to be careful that you don't pump too hard on the heart, or you're going to activate hard mode, which is not what we want to do.
We're not going to activate hard mode. It's not possible.
You don't know us. You don't know this group.
Dude, I ran this on Friday with like a fucking top 30 guild, and they couldn't do it. So
let's clear trash left and right before we do something stupid here. Tanks to let's go left.
Technician
the numbers,
first.
They changed it.
That is true, Gumbo. 25 man is a step up for sure.
No, they changed the values on the heart. Even if everyone was in full bis, especially with some of the nerfs and pumping, it shouldn't be physically possible until you get.
You can tank them out of the bubbles there.
Get him out of the bubble.
Yeah, I'm moving. So when they charge, they drop threat too. Just something to be aware of, I guess. Argyle's still down.
Teo's reloading. I'll get him up in a second.
All right, let's go in.
If everybody stacks, they don't leap like that. By the way.
Good to know. Okay, so everybody in then.
Oh no, not another stack on the butt call.
Oh, don't worry. That doesn't go away. It exists forever.
Fucking gruels, man.
I get everyone to stack on their butts. Yeah.
Stuck on the butt, stuck on the butt, stuck on the butt, stuck on the butt.
Get inside him.
Can we go back to kicking people who don't stack on the butt? I miss girls
so
sometimes.
We can. Do we need an off tank for this, like for phase 2,
yes.
or is okay?
Absolutely. The ads become very overwhelming if you don't have 2 tanks.
Let's have. I almost think it's better to have Mav as the main tank and Tren as the off. I guess it's the same. They're both AOE tanks. Tren, just stay main tank. Mav will have you off tanking. The key to this fight is at every 25% health, so at 75%, 50%, and 25%, he's going to go into phase 2. His phase 2 activates a bunch of ads. He'll stand in the middle of the room and we'll see his heart get exposed. It's a new targetable piece of him. Melee DPS, your job is to pump the shit out of that. Ranged, I need you turning around to the 2 sides that we just killed are where we're going to get a bunch of ads spawning from primarily. Also the other corners as well. But ranged, you make sure that you're killing the scrap bots, which would come in and heal. The boom bots, you can actually let them come in. You can blow them up. And if you DPS them near the heart, they explode, do damage to the heart. But that's kind of prioritization that we don't need to worry about. Gist of it is melee will stay on the heart. The range can clean up the ads, and then if they have nothing better to do, they can also focus the heart. You do want to pump the heart down because it damage transfers straight through to him. If you do it right, you will basically skip a whole phase if you take him from like 75, or that too, Michael. So yeah, you can kill the bombs near the scrap bots. The 2 other big things to pay attention to. There is a earthquake mechanic. I forget what it's called. Trample or that pound tantrum. Thank you. It's tantrum. He's gonna do tantrum. That is a giant raid wide. Like what is it? 10% of your total health for 12 seconds. It will kill you if you don't get healed of it. So when that tantrum goes out, yeah. Any sort of like raid wide heal mechanic. Big wild gross and hots everywhere, any sort of like raid wide damage mitigation, have health stones ready for that. It's just all healers, you need to be like pumping your heals off right then and there.
Key to that one.
Go ahead.
Sorry. Key to that one is everyone just once again stay stacked on the butt for AoE heals. Easy peasy.
Cool. I think we'll be okay. Just be aware that when he's tantruming, that's like big raid damage, and you pop any defensive cooldowns you have, pop your health stones, bubble sack. Probably pain suppression is not really the time for that, but and then number 2 is he has a gravity bomb which randomly targets a single player in the raid. If you get targeted with a gravity bomb, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you have 10 seconds to run the fuck away from everybody, or it'll like suck people in and then blow them up.
Yeah, there's 2, so you want to have like one going left and one going right.
Okay. And light bomb thing. What's the light bomb do, Black?
It's just area
Damage?
of effect dot around you.
Got it. Okay. So gravity bomb pulls you in and blows people up. The light bomb just pulses damage around you, neither of which are good for the raid. So let's just say if you get the gravity bomb, run back left. If you get the light bomb, run back right, for better or worse, so we don't have 2 bombs running in the same direction. I would hate for them to run in towards each other. Light bombs back right, gravity bombs back left. Pay attention if you get bombed that you need to run the fuck out of the raid. Otherwise, yeah, do what you can to stay stacked on the butt. Let's give it a shot. Let's let people see it. As always, it's a long endurance-y fight. We'll save. Is it worth saving Lust for the heart then if we're not going to kill it?
Yeah, there's no way we kill it, so you might as well Lust on heart. It'll speed the fight.
Okay.
Up.
Tank him on the side.
That's what I was talking about. Michael Foxy said it. That's what we were talking about last night. I said I thought you were supposed to tank on the side.
Where do, like on the left front or the right front?
Yeah, just go over
just
here
in the
and
middle.
take it between the two scrap packs. So take it way over here.
Yep. See, that's
And
what
if
I
you-
told you guys last night.
Have you
I don't know what you're
tested that
talking
this
about.
weekend? 'Cause
If you
I think
tank
they-
them over here, the ads spawn from the scrap packs, like this big piles of scrap. So if you tank them here, you won't spawn the scrap ads
Is
here.
that-
He'll only spawn from the back, so you get half the ads.
So is that flare is a good spot then?
Yeah.
It works vice versa. Yeah, it works both ways. Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll maintain him over there then. We were all ready. I'll do a countdown timer if we can get hunters and rogues ready to trick Mr. X into Tren. Mab is on the ads. Tren, get ready.
5,
Yep.
Michael Foxy, Nidian, Ares on Tren, Jan's on the off tank, Elapath, Teo on the raid. This fucking voice.
You know you like it.
Disable game sounds. If you get bombed, get out the raid. That weak aura is awesome.
Using Thames.
Gravity bomb on Moscato.
Yeah, you guys got to run out if you get the bombs, please. Thank you.
Aberrant. You need to run out, Aberrant.
Not through the Aberrant, killing us, man. All right, first heart coming.
You will.
Plus, wait. There's the tantrum. Big heals all around.
I divine sacked it.
Nice. Less.
I see the next one.
Okay, melee big time on the heart. Ranged, be ready behind us for these ads. Okay, they're coming from behind. Ranged, be aware of them. That's all. Nice push. We're going to have another heart phase.
Yep, he's dropping it now.
God damn. Yeah, melee stay on. The scrap bots are the things that heal. The bomb-oms will explode and damage anybody that's near them.
Run out.
I can get the next tantrum. Just keep
Last
heals
heart.
on me.
Oof.
Got a lot of bots coming in.
Teo could use a battle res if anyone has one. Ping on it.
Hearts
Thank
out.
you, George. DPS on the heart at this point? Just pump.
He's gonna enrage soon.
Is it a health thing or a time thing that he
Pretty
enrages?
sure it's a health thing for one of them.
Okay.
I could be mixing up the bosses though. Yeah, I'm just mixing up the bosses.
Good shit.
It's my ring.
It's my wand.
And my sigil.
Whew, us Frosty kids were pumping there. Good job.
I ain't fucking Frost. Don't talk to me like that. We are testing out the new gargoyle tonight, boys.
Let's go to the antechamber. We'll go do council. Council has a lot of. What's up?
Oh, this trash sucks.
Yeah, this trash is really hard, so.
Is there anything that's a priority kill that we should put skulls on? The menders, I think.
Golems need to be tanked separately, and they should probably be killed first. I think the on lightning charge iron dwarfs also do an AoE that shoots lightning bolts, so Tempest Keep all over again.
The iron menders are first. Yeah.
Yeah, the menders heal. Yeah.
Do we get this whole big pack at once, or is it like a left and? I'm assuming it's the whole pack at once.
Yeah, it's the whole pack.
Okay, so if we could have, and then the golems we want to take off to the side. Why? What do they do that we want to pull them to the side for? Oh, okay. So yeah, let's banish them. If we could have, stop taking my marks off. If we could have, yeah, big black get the banish on the right square. Argyle get the left triangle, and YOLO. Let's go.
I'll take the 3 on the right. You take the other half.
Yep.
Here we go. He's pulling. Nice pickup.
Rebanish?
Yep.
No.
Too late. Sorry.
I'll take triangle when it comes out.
Got it.
You got it? Okay, I'll get square.
I think you still have more mobs on you, so I just grabbed it.
Yeah, no worries.
Dude, what even is CCing trash? I haven't done this in Wrath yet.
I need a hex and a sheep and a clone, and we'll get a roots on the back with a sap and a blind and a banish. Yeah, and let's lust.
Repentance.
These two ones are the ones that the tanks need to make sure one has one and one has the other, and keep them faced away from each other.
Yep.
I believe.
Okay.
I need to put a mark on you, man, just so I can see you. Sorry.
Yeah, no worries.
Red runes on the ground. Yeah. Stay out of red runes on the ground. Mind your footwork.
All right, here we go.
We'll kill skull first. Focus skull left side.
It's hard as fuck to see that rune, to be honest.
Be really careful pulling this. Those chamber overseers do pat into this pack.
Yeah, let's pull these. Let's pull these way the fuck back to like this room if we could.
But it's the same pack as the front. So.
Yeah.
Warlock's be ready to banish as soon as we pull. I'll pull in 3.
Everybody else hang back.
1, pulling.
Make sure you all come down the stairs so there's no light of sight.
Yeah, we're gonna move it. Yeah,
cool.
Us over here.
Turn and run.
Banish, please.
Come down, come down, come down.
I'm locked.
Mav, you gotta. Oh, okay.
There we go. Sorry, I was stuck.
Yeah, got you. Yeah, it seems they do like a root that also does AoE. Oh, Moscato got clipped.
I'll pick up square. Rebanish the other one.
I'm dead.
That's a bad spot to banish break. Oh, we got lucky.
I got him.
That Pat is standing right on top of him.
If the Pat comes, I'll. Never mind, he's good.
I'm gonna pull triangle back to the room once he
That's
wakes
fine.
up.
LOS. I'll grab it.
He's immobilized, yeah.
He's standing still.
There you go. Does that Pat to the right, does it come all the way to this door? Can we just skip it?
You can skip it.
Okay.
Let's go to the left and do council.
You can even skip it when you go up the stairs after
Just
council.
stack on this one.
Stack on him? I
Yeah,
thought.
stack.
Okay. And
Yeah,
front
everyone
behind?
stack, otherwise he jumps
Okay.
behind him.
Everybody stack behind. He does a frontal cleave, though. Don't be in front.
Jump behind. They stop me run.
Yeah, make sure you move up. Oh yeah, don't stand in those orbs either when he drops them. There's one behind us for visual
Okay.
reference. That's good.
Everybody moving up.
Aggro in the back.
Behind. Tanks behind.
I got it.
Everybody stack on butt. Too late. Come back and stack on butt.
Get out of the door.
Totems. He jumped through a totem.
You ready, Math?
Yep, go.
Let's go. Man, I cannot see those runes, and I'm looking for them.
You got all the death and decay on the ground.
Yeah, it's hard to see.
Even right now? Like in the middle of the room?
If they're from the tank perspective, like you just can't see them.
Got it.
Because of death and decay, you know what I mean?
Sure. Okay. So we're going to do this the easy mode. We're going to need 3 tanks for this. So Bane, if you can go tank, please. What I need is, we're going to kill Brundir last. So he's going to get the moon. We're going to kill Mulgrim second, and we're going to kill Steelbreaker first. I need both tanks to pull their ads separately. Wait, separately or stacked in the back? But away. I know they're away from steel. I just don't know if the 2 off tanks are near each. Okay, separate.
Yeah, from away. Yes, separate. Yeah.
Okay, so if the 2 off tanks can just run those 2, let's have Mavapu. Can you grab the square and just kind of go somewhere back left with him? You want to be at least 30 yards away from Bane of Arthas, picking up the moon, going back right. And then if we could pull Steelbreaker with Tren kind of towards where we are now, I'll throw a flare. Like, let's just say there is where we'll aim to pick up Tren, where that Tren, if you could pull him to that flare, and the other tanks can go to the back. The big thing is on the moon, he's got a 30-yard overload that Bane, when he starts casting, it's a big cast time that's like overload. He's casting. You need to run out of this 30-yard range. He'll stay put, and then you need to run back in. You're just going to repeat that, Bane. Everybody else needs to stay 30 yards away from the moon at all times. I don't know what you need to do to off-tank the square, if there's anything special, but I'll come back to that. What the raid needs to do is the raid is going to be zugging down the skull. The big thing to worry about on skull is there's going to be little runes that spawn, like blue AoE effects. He's under one right now. If you look under the skull, he's got that blue glowing circle under him. It's a rune of power, I want to say. Those are good. They increase your damage and everything. You want to be in those blue runes. We want to make sure that he's moving out. Tren, I know you know this, but just calling it for the rest of the group. What we're going to do is have everybody in those blue runes whenever possible. Be in the blue rune, doing your damage. There's going to be green, like think of Death and Decay's size, but instead of being red, it's going to be green. There's going to be big old death runes that are going to be big green. They look like Death and Decays, but they're green. You need to respect them. They will 2-shot you. So like, don't fuck around. If you get randomly targeted with a green AoE, you need to stop what you're doing and get out of there. Don't finish your cast or think about it. Like, it is a no fuck around. You will die to it, and I guarantee you the first couple deaths are going to come from those. I'm telling you now. If you get a green rune under you, get the fuck out. If you see a blue rune, you want to go get next to it. The tank Tren will be doing what he can to position the boss just on the edge of the blue rune, so that melee can even be in there and doing damage. But if there's anything he can't do, then deal with it. Ranged should always be able to get to a blue rune and be pumping down Steelbreaker. Steelbreaker will die. We're then going to pull the square into the fight. We'll kill square. The big things to worry about square are dispelling. He's going to get like a blood rune. I forget what it's called. It's mark of something. He'll go big and red. It needs to be dispelled or purged. Just get him off of that. And
want it, so
what's that? Oh, spell steal it. That's a better idea. Okay, so we'll let Mazer and Gumbo spell steal then. Never mind. In the meantime, the moon is going to get a new ability. I think at this point, yeah, he'll start doing. I forget what it's called, but it's a big old AOE lightning bolt cast. And Bane, I need you interrupting that. That's your aside. Bane, you're just going to keep kind of dancing in and out of his 30-yard range. When he does overload, you'll run out.
Yeah, I've tanked him before. He's like
sweet. Okay, so you know what to look for. Yeah,
yep.
You'll know when you see it kind of cast that if you don't interrupt it, it's gonna suck for the raid. So like we can maybe live through one tick of it, but you really got to be quick. And it sounds like you know that. Great. Everybody else keep staying out of the green bad on the ground. It is a big circle. You need to get out of it. Pump down the square. We'll let the spell steals happen, and then we'll go kill Moon. The big trick for Moon, it's kind of like a stack. Like everybody in to melee, kill it, and then he'll start doing his overload, and everybody runs out. He'll also turn into like a lightning god thing and start fixating on a random target around the room. So everybody should spread when you see him go airborne. When you see the moon go airborne with big glowing lightning underneath it, think of like, what is it, Halls of Lightning? It's kind of like that mechanic where you have to just run away. He's going to randomly fixate on one person. If it's you, you need to be sprinting to the opposite side of the room, and then he'll change and pick another target. Meanwhile, we can be ranging him down. Let me know if I'm forgetting anything major, but essentially it's stand in the blue runes, stand out of green runes. Tanks need to be interrupting. Oh, healing and tank assignments. Let's have, if I can have Michael Foxy watching Mavapu, if I can have Jans watching Bane. So your two targets are going to be in the back. You should hopefully be able to get away with a beacon, but if you need to, just stay within range of them to keep them up. Nidian and Ares, I want you two on Tren. Elpath and Teo on the raid.
I would also suggest that if you have a pally that has Divine Sack, when you see a death rune just go out, one of you, if there's a rotation for multiple people that have it, I'll use it after I'm not tanking the boss. But if you see a death rune, just hit Divine Sack.
Okay. No, Fuse and Punch. That's a huge thing that I missed. Nidian, I'm going to put you on Fusion Punch to stop.
It's
What's
best
that?
if Tren dispels himself.
Yeah, I do it myself.
Okay.
Remember?
Thank you. I do, but I wasn't sure if that mattered in 25 man. But okay, so Fuse and Punch, for those that aren't aware, it's a dot. It's a cast. It's a dot that stays on a single target that does like 17k per tick. So it's not a joke. You need to instant dispel it.
Just to me. Yeah, I'll dispel myself. It should just go just to me.
Cool. Tren's got it. He's solid. We're good on that. Ready, checking for the pull. Let's give this an attempt. It's a little hairy, especially at the start. Just we have dedicated healers for each of the off tanks. We've got raid heals. DPS, your job is pump on skull.
Am I taking him in the back circle, or where exactly want me to tank him?
I'm not sure if that was Mav or Bane. Just back of the room.
Bane.
You want to be Bane.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just anywhere in the back that away from everybody else. Cool.
Hey, Bane, I'm moving square right to the center of the circle, right behind his feet. If you want to go to the opposite circle that's lit up, that's probably far enough away.
Okay.
His AoE thing's fucking huge, so I don't even know if you can get
Yeah,
away with
it's pretty big.
Tren is going to be on skull, so Trix misdirects Tren to start. Give him a threat lead in case he has to. His movement might make it a little hard to have threats, so I'll take a Trix at the start. Should be able to damage after. Okay, ready? Check was good. If Big Black, you ready?
Yeah, ready, sir.
Sweet. All right, here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We get him moved before you guys go crazy, please.
Yeah, let's tanks grab.
All right, I'm good. Go ahead.
I don't know when's the best time to use the L word though.
Third boss.
Okay.
Fusion punch on me, dispelled.
Bane, don't just tank him like that. Grip him out.
Yeah, I was trying to. It was on cooldown.
Rune of Power is... There it is. Alright, I'm moving him. Move your guy towards the back if you can.
Bane, move him.
Me.
He's at
I'm
the other one
trying, but
now.
he won't. He won't let me. There we go.
We can
So
keep
this is-
Stormcaller and
yeah.
Steelbreaker together for
You
those
guys should be
runes.
trying to utilize
Yeah.
those blue circles more.
Yeah, we're not moving him at all enough.
I can't
And now the bot. Now he's right now. That's a bad spot to tank him. You got to get him away from Moon, dude. Can't tank him next to Moon. That's just fucking up
I
the
know,
raid.
and I'm trying, but he won't move at some points when
No,
he's casting.
it's not Moon's fault. It's the skull shouldn't have pulled him next to Moon.
Steelbreaker
gotcha.
should be right beside the big blue circle, not by the little ad.
Well, that's where it was. That's where the rune was. So I was trying to move him to it.
Okay. Yeah, the rune.
I think if the rune of power is that far away, by the time I get there, you're not even going to get any DPS time unless the range get there.
Oh, you're supposed to keep
Yes, you
the
will.
master...
It's got like 45 seconds. It's up for.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
supposed to
you
keep
have
the
time to
other
get there.
two all the way over on the other. Like you want to keep them really far away so that the runes don't get dropped on them in the first place. Like you want to pull Steelbreaker all the way to the corner here on the left, and then the other two need to be over towards the right side, like the upper right side of the room, and then the rune's power shouldn't get dropped onto them.
The rune of power can be dropped on any of them. The rune of power does not necessarily go to Steelbreaker. It goes
Yeah,
to
well, if
any
he
of
drops there, I have to move him. Yeah.
Either way, if it drops on the other side of the room, it's just not worth running to.
That's what I said.
Yeah, if it drops like next to me.
It's
In that specific instance, it was too late for the move. Yeah, if we catch it earlier and it's worth moving, but I have some people saying like, oh, we should have moved Moon. At that point, it was too late to move Moon, so it's fine.
And yeah, like Moon and Square have to be moved out if they get a rune of power, regardless. But
well, Moon is pretty hard to move. Is the problem? Like you really need to.
Yeah, I try to save my grips for like that stuff, but yeah, otherwise, like he literally will not let you move him because he like wants to keep casting.
I'd assume he has some sort of 40-yard range on you, but still. Where are we going? It's antechamber.
I'm not trying to speak out of turn, but I think it might be better off just to keep the bosses where they are, and then if rune of power is on one of the other bosses, or like the mini bosses or whatever, the range can go over there, and then the tanks, if they can, they obviously want to move the big dudes out of them, and if the range can hit it, but I don't think it's ideal for me to move the boss all the way over there and the melee to, you know what I mean? It's gonna be too much of a pain in the ass, I think.
You should be moving. I mean, unless it's like literally the opposite side with the 45-second uptime on the rune, you should be.
I mean, yeah, the way I understand it is he's moving it because the blue is a buff, so that's why you're moving it.
Correct.
So everybody can get the buff.
Yeah. Okay. So
yeah, this one I'm not gonna lie, is pretty annoying though.
let's make so tweaks that we should make. Bane, save your grip exclusively for a situation like we had before, where a rune spawns under the moon, and we need to move over to that position. Yeah. Your grip should be available on a 30-second cooldown to make that happen. And then, other than that, I think we might have had one or two extra. I think we were okay. Besides that, it did get a little hairy at the end. Being a Yugon, what's up? Our anti-cleric is. He just dipped. Hold on. Bing, you come back?
Yeah, I'm logging in.
Cool. Sweet.
Just getting
okay. So it's a crazy fight. It's the first time. I know we've been going for an hour and a half. I think we can give this at least one more try. Let's get Bing, anti-cleric, I mean, summoned here when we have a moment, please. Let's get Hellstones back on. Double check food and flasks, all that good stuff. The adjustment that we'll make is making sure that the death grips are being saved to position if there's a bad rune, because that should make it easy to get them moved. Let's try to prioritize trend moving to runes regardless of where they're spawning under, so that at a minimum range can get there, and ideally so can melee. Our DKs are pumping tonight, so let's help them out. We almost had Steelbreaker go down, and once that goes down, it gets simultaneously easier and harder. I think from that point on, it's the interrupts on the moon become more of an issue, but it's nicer that we have one less thing to have to heal about. Double check your food and your flasks and your other consumables. Want you to go moon.
Yeah, that would help because I have to be like when I'm trying to move him, I have to be right next to him to interrupt. So if I have to move him, it's that I kind of can't interrupt at the same time. So yeah, that would help.
What benefit is there to tanking Rune Master and Steelbreaker together if we're only focusing Steelbreaker down because they reset health?
Well, they can be tanked real near each other, so the big blue rune, the damage rune, is only going to drop most likely
Closer.
on one
Got
of
it.
those two
That,
if
gotcha.
the moon is way far away.
That makes more cleave is Cleave does not matter on this fight, Swift crits, because they will they'll heal back to full as soon as one of them dies. So cleave is absolutely pointless on this fight. There's
But yeah,
zero
that'll
benefit
control
to cleaving.
Yeah, sorry.
I don't see how that, unless you're sure. I don't understand, but sure. I would think you do more single target than cleave, but yeah, okay. In that case, if it helps position, I give up trying to explain to you how they heal back to full. If it helps them to
It'll help
spawn
keep
the
the
rune,
buffs
yeah, on
closer
the side of the
together.
room. Okay, so let's try to do that then. So yeah, Mabapu, you can try to tank Rune Master closer to Skull, if only to try to trigger the RNG to get better. Right, Jens? Exactly. Your PTR
I'll tank him right at the flare then.
Sweet.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
The over shit, I can't remember what it's called, but the shit that shoots out all those sparks from the moon, it can be kicked, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So we can have Swift. We can have Swift. That, right? Yeah, Swift can sit on that. When we kill the first guy, we'll have Swift break off and just go sit on the kicks. Even though, I don't know, I would think a DK with Mind Freeze could handle it, but
yeah, it should be fine. I was talking about in the beginning phase, but yeah, for that point it should be fine.
Okay, then no, Swift will stay with the main. We'll keep all DPS focused on our priority kill target. Let's do a ready check and figure. Let's get this to go. I want to talk this to death. I think we know what's up. We're making some small adjustments of the positioning is the key thing. Okay, we're ready. Here we go.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We don't want to keep Rune Master that close.
Move him a little bit. How about that?
That's good. That's good.
You have Righteous Fury?
Rune's underneath. He's on the rune.
You gotta move him. You gotta
move him.
I got you.
Before you get fusion
Stop.
punch.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
It's a wipe.
No, why? We have healers and tanks up. Now, Dow. Fucking fuck. Let's not call wipes when we have tanks and heals up. We had literally one person down, and someone called a wipe. I don't know why. At this point, come back, get a DI. Jesus Christ. Let's not call a wipe when one person dies. Thank you. All right. We got a DI. We'll get quick reses. Don't go anywhere. Ares, you better go now while you can. Oh, once they die. You're right. Okay, we got reses. Don't release. I'd say let's do one more attempt if you guys have it in you, and then we'll do a ready check to see if people want to keep pushing. We're coming up on a 2-hour mark. I would love to do one more attempt that's not fucked up from the get-go like that one was. I would say don't worry. He stayed in a rune for a while because I think you might have been trying to find like the perfect spot to move him to. Don't worry about the perfect spot. Just get him out of that rune as quick as you can, and then worry about perfect spot. Because I think it ended up costing a fusion punch out of it, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So yeah, just keep yourself get out of there and bring him with you, and then worry about trying to reposition him into the perfect spot so melee can swing. But again, for a fight that I think the majority of it, I've never seen this on 25. Well, it's been 10 years since I've seen this on 25 man personally.
Yeah, I only did it on 10, so I haven't really seen it on 25.
And I'd imagine other people might be seeing this for literally the first time. So it's tricky. It's mechanical. It takes some practice. 2-3 weeks from now, this is going to be easy. But it's not until we all kind of learn it. So thank you all for your patience and sticking with this. We've got most people back. We'll do a quick rebuff. We'll take a deep breath. What I don't want to do is just all right, we got this, ready, check, and go, and have the same problem happen. So deep breath. Let's make sure we've got healers in position, topped up. We've got hots rolling on the tanks at the start.
I'll take him over here. I don't know. Remove.
Okay, so yeah, Tren will be where he's at with the circle on him and the flare, and then the other flare can be for the square. So they're both roughly on the side of the room. It makes Mav easier to heal. Bing, we lost you again. Anti-cleric, Bing, hello.
Yeah, my fucking internet's taking a shit. I'm swapping real quick. Y'all can pull without me.
Now I got. Okay, so I think what Michael said is true up above. There's zero downside to having Mulgum the square near Steelbreaker. If there's no AoE and there's no cleave and there's no anything else, then yeah, I don't see why they can't be close to one another.
Okay, so just put them all both.
I don't know why they would need to be on top of each other either. I don't know what good that does us. But it sounds like we don't need it's a little forgiving in the position is what I'm hearing. Just yeah, it'd be great if I could heal the raid and the main tank and the off tank. I think is the point. Because if we're making a big triangle around the room, then that sucks for healers. So yeah, I think we were close last time. We were good last time. We had a bad fusion punch. We had an early wipe the raid call.
Yeah, there were just some bad things that happened there, but that was really good positioning because I was able to get him in a good spot over there.
Okay.
The small
Anti-cleric's back on.
So you want to take him here?
Yeah, we'll do what we did last. Same as before. Same as the most recent attempt.
All right, cool.
Waiting on Elipeth.
Good.
All right, Elipeth's ready. Here's the pull timer. Tricks misdirect skull into Tren.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Blue rune, move him. Raid in it.
I got it.
Run.
Fusion punch.
I see it. Got it. I see it. I see it. Somebody beat me to it.
Okay, once this goes down, we're going to move to square. Keep doing what you're doing. Stand out of the bad green. If you see a bad green, move square out of that. Okay, Bane, you're going to have to start watching to kick now. Or mind freeze, I mean. Everybody else should be on square, which is now skull.
Yep, I'm looking for it now.
Be in the blue. You can be in the blue if you're damaged. Heals doesn't help you at all. Blue, it helps damage, though. Nice kick. We're holding the magic word until we get onto X. Keep it up. DPS, you're doing great. Remember to spell steal when he gets the buff.
Run away.
Like I need to tell you that. Out of the green, out of the green, out of the green.
Divine sack.
Ranged, you can get to the blue.
Yeah, you can get the blue where the hunter is.
Ranged, you should be in the blue. Need a kick, need a kick, need a kick. Ouch.
Yeah, that was on cooldown, my bad. I had to get him out of this,
Okay.
able to move him. Should be good for the next one, then.
Teo's fuck. Rune, green, move. Nice work, Chen. Rune coming in 3. Wait for it, be ready.
Run away.
Move.
Wedged in the corner.
Okay, on to the last one. Just make sure that you guys can go in, but when he overloads, you need to get out. We should be interrupting chain. I need kicks on the chain lightnings. If I can get swift crits, Anna Plague, Aberrant, Zugoth. You guys can be on those lightnings. Bane, you can stay on the big kick.
This is a phase
Got
where you
you.
have the blue lightning that comes out like I'll just.
L word.
Yeah, Lust. The 2 things you're going to need to run out for are the overload and when he goes up into the air. Otherwise, you can be here. Everyone out 30 yards or you will die.
Run.
He's going to fixate, stay spread, stay spread. He's going to fixate on one person. If it's you, you should be running. Ranged can stay on during this time. Melee, you probably shouldn't risk it. Nidian, I got an innervate for you if you come to the middle of the room. Got you. If anyone's got an innervate for Michael Foxy, probably fine at this point, but it wouldn't hurt. Or Ares could use them. Well, dare I celebrate early, but great job on this, everybody. Nice 2-shot.
Yeah, that was a really good job. Hey, we got it down.
I've got time to keep going. I don't know how you guys are doing coming up on the 2-hour mark. What I'll do right now is I'll throw a ready check out. If you want to keep going, hit yes. If you're done, hit no. And if we have enough people, we can sub. We'll probably take like a 5-minute break. so people can go buy it. We've been going almost 2 hours. So here's a ready check. If you're up to go try, what is it, Alganor, or not Alganon, the
Colgarn.
two-handed Colgarn. Thank you.
Colgarn, and then yeah, there's the.
If you want to push on and do 1, 2, maybe 3 more bosses, hit yes. We're gonna do a 5-minute break. If you're done, hit no, and we'll sub you out.
Yeah, I'd like to keepers.
I would have liked to stay,
See
man,
them.
but I got to bounce. I'm so sorry.
No worries, no worries, dude. That's why I'm asking. Thank you for coming. We'll sub who we need. We have the majority of people are interested. We're losing Tren, man. We're losing 2 tanks and a DPS. We're losing 4 people and a healer. So okay, we've got some subs. Thank you, Tren. Thank you, Mab. Thank you, Lore. Thank you, L. Thank you, Jens. If you guys need a dip, that's 5 that we're losing.
Sorry again. I plan to be here longer, but I just got a call that car's being delivered, so I got to
No
be
worries.
outside.
I'll throw a break timer. Take a 6-minute break. Go bio. Go stretch. We'll fill. We'll see who's left. We'll assume we'll keep pushing. Help me out though. If you can't stay, just please leave the raid so I don't count you as in there. So I appreciate everyone coming and sticking with it. It was a little rough, but hey, it's first time here for a lot of us. Thank you very much for trying and being patient. 6-minute timer's rolling. I'm gonna go get a water and stretch and bio. I'll see you guys to fill up spots in just a second.
Cool. Yeah, I'll be right back.
So far, so good. So far, so good. Little tougher than 10-man, but basically same sort of shit. Easily clearable in the gear that we have, though.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be too bad. I mean, more so, those are the beginning bosses, so I don't think they're that hard. Some of the keepers and stuff will definitely a little bit tougher, but yeah, definitely doable.
Yeah,
In
definitely
the
think
gear.
Mimiron's going to have an initial learning curve for some people.
Yeah, can definitely see that as well.
Yeah, I think that's probably all the bosses here. Little bit of a learning curve, then a couple weeks in, clearing no issues. Especially once some like 10-man gear comes out, a couple 25 lockouts. Oh yeah.
Yeah, once people get in and see the fights, it'll be easy for sure. Definitely the hard modes will probably be actually hard, and those will take time. But then if you do all that, get to Algalon, that'll be a fun fight right there.
An hour a week.
Yep, hour to learn every week.
Well, we lost our lust bot, so I'd love a shaman. Seeing what I can find.
I'm back. Yeah, definitely would love to have some lust.
I believe someone said they could. Anna, was that you saying you had a tank spec? Okay, so
Yeah,
Anna,
I've
if you don't
tanked the
mind,
next two. I've tanked this guy out with like face tanking him, and then someone does the arm, and then I've also done Araya,
okay,
but I haven't
I'm
done
gonna.
the keepers. So
Excellent. So I'm gonna have Anna be one of our 2 tanks. I think
cool.
we're good to 2 tank this. I don't know
Yeah,
if on
yeah, it's
25
fine.
men we need 3.
Shouldn't need 3 tanks, I don't think, for the rest of this, or at
Well,
least
here's
not
a
for the next couple bosses.
here's a
Maybe
3rd tank
Freya.
just in case. I don't know if we'll do that. There we go.
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I think I figured out the new rotation for Unholy with Gargoyle.
Icy touch spam.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, you just stay in Unholy Presence during Garg instead of switching out. Boom, problem solved.
Yeah, real good fight for both of us. Unholy and Frost was XT. We were fucking pumping on that one.
I mean, that was the first fight we could just sit still in DPS.
Yeah, yeah. I hit up to 7K because I was just not. I didn't have to move.
I'm just trying to get it back in order. Like, what was it? Ignis. I didn't even touch him until Lust went out because I just didn't want my shit to proc. Just things like that.
Yeah, you don't want to use those trinkets.
Most of the deal, it now scales dynamically with your haste, right? Instead of snapshotting.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
With haste though, so it's like you
Yeah,
almost
you gotta
want
stay in Unholy and not swap your weapons off when they proc. And
you just don't swap your weapons at all. You don't do any of that crap. I'm just hoping, like, I'm just trying to figure out the rotation changes. Mostly it's just like, you don't pop all your shit before you hit Garg. You kind of want to hit Gargoyle as quickly as possible and then pop everything. I think that's the big change.
got it. I hate to do this. I think I'm gonna hand over the reins, Zaz. I'll give it to you. I think I'm at that point. I think I got a dip, unfortunately. So if you wanna take it on, by all means. Otherwise, I don't blame you if not. But there you go, buddy. Thank you all. I think I'm gonna bounce, unfortunately. So appreciate it. Good luck. See you around.
Whoa. Well, I imagine a lot of people are going to leave now with that. So.
Yeah, I assume so. Is it dead now?
Yeah, I'm not even going to like try because I'm already just hearing people leave. So. Anyways.
All right.
That was
Well,
fun.
good raid.
Cool. Thanks everybody for the group.
Yeah, right. I just want to get in a group that does the last couple bosses. It's the only ones I haven't done. Yeah.